So what are we branding this conversation?
Well, it's a pod, isn't it? They're all their age, so it's an oil cast pod or something.
Oilcast pod? Oh, I love it. That's amazing.
It's essential flow, isn't it? So it could be like the flow pod, but
Flow
that
pod.
has all kinds of, gender type of connotations. But we could talk about periods if you like, girls. That's perfectly fine.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd be more than up for talking about periods and stuff. Like, that's kind of what I wanted to capture in these interviews, was really like just a look at people's actual lives. Because a lot of the time in like marketing and in business, it's a lot of like sprinkles, fairy dust of how life is, and actually like there's a lot that goes on under the surface. And one of the things that I really love is like getting to know real people and actually sharing things about real life and what actually happens in people's lives. So yeah, if you want to talk about periods, we can absolutely do that.
Because that is definitely real life.
Yeah.
I am a little bit upset, if I'm honest, that the camera on my now probably ancient Mac is broken. Because I got a couple of the prints and stuff out, because I know that we were talking on email or text or whatever, and you wanted to know about the prints. So it's a shame I can't show them, but maybe I can send you a couple of files and you can include it in this oil pod flow podcast.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love that. If you can send them through to me, I can share them in the group and I'll attach them to this when I share it in there. So I'm just going to introduce us. So I'm here with Jess, and Jess has kindly agreed to allow me to interview her for Essential Flow, to just talk about oils and life and how she's using the oils and what oils she likes to use. And so I just want to kind of start off by saying thank you for agreeing to do this, Jess. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you taking the time to do it. And yeah, just apologies to anyone who would have wanted to see the video, but we haven't been able to get Jess's camera working, so I'm just going to share this as an audio because I still think that it's valuable to kind of share her experiences with everyone and how she's been using the oils. So I'll also share a nice pretty picture of you as well. If that's okay.
Yeah, you better.
I will do. So I guess I kind of wanted to start off by just asking you a little bit about what your life looks like at the minute, like what you spend your time doing, if you've got any hobbies, things that you enjoy.
Yeah, sure. I suppose, like, without, labouring the point of lockdown, we got what some would refer to a lockdown puppy. So we've got Juniper. So Juniper is now a 6-month-old black Labrador with a dodgy mouth, bless her, but we love her. So she's taking up most of our time. So, I mean, before we had the dog, before we had Junie, we'd go out walking anyway. I'm extremely lucky to live kind of in North Leeds towards the border of North Yorkshire, so it's quite vast in places. And I really enjoy going like out into the woodland and relaxing and nature, and that's really important. And the dog just makes me get out there more, so that's been really good to have. And a total change in pace of life, really. Not that I'd know, but I reckon that puppies are worse than babies, definitely.
I've got no idea, but I can imagine, yeah, they're just full of energy, and I can imagine that she's probably just running around and wanting to spend a lot of time being active. But
yeah, she's also a good sleeper though, bless her, so we like that. She likes to snooze like we do.
That's good.
And
glad that you're able to get out with her a lot.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, and I've not really been able to do the printing that I've alluded to, obviously because of the restrictions that we're all under at the moment. But I have recently signed up to a life drawing class, which is one that I totally recommend to anyone who's listening and interested and, lives locally to Leeds. If you fancy doing something that kind of lifts your spirits, or you can look forward to during this time, take a look at art classes online. There's lots going on. The one that I signed up to is Leeds Drawing Club. which I used to life model for. So I've gone full circle, and I'll be joining them on January 2021, and let's hope that we can all actually hug each other by then.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Oh, that sounds amazing, Jess. And I love the sound of life drawing. Like, I've often looked into it to go and do a class myself, but I've never actually taken the step to do one. But I really enjoy seeing life drawing art. There's a really nice artist that I like to follow. She's called Krista Donahue, and she does a lot of life drawing, and she tends to draw women generally. And I just think like it can just capture so much of a person's essence really without actually knowing who that person is. And I just think it captures a real, I don't know, just a realness about a person. So that sounds really interesting. I hope that you enjoy the class.
Yeah, I do too. I'm looking forward to getting back into kind of sketching and drawing and stuff. Obviously, it's been a great time to start clearing out all crap that we hoard. Well, I do. I don't know about you and listeners out there, but yeah, doing a lot of what's that really famous like Netflix thing, or it's on YouTube or something about cleansing, and it's a woman who just basically tells people how to organise their life.
Oh, is it Marie Kondo?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Kondo, I can't remember her last name, but yeah.
I mean, I'll give her a plug, but I've not bought the book. I've just done what I used to. I just, done what I used to do when I was a kid: get a black bag out and just throw it all in.
Of everything in. So I've never read a book, but I started watching an episode on Netflix, and I think I've got about 10 minutes into it, and Jamie embarrassed me out of it by coming into the room and he said, "You're watching a show about cleaning when there's a shitload of washing up in the kitchen that needs doing." And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Man speaks sense.
So I've not watched it since then, but I might give it a go. But that sounds cool, like just clearing everything out. And I think this time of year is really good for that. Just like the whole idea of shedding and of getting rid of what's heavy and what you don't need anymore. I think it's quite a nice time of year to do it in terms of like the season and how nature is kind of shedding its fruit and its leaves and stuff at this time of year. So
yeah, sure. Autumn is my favourite season, which often people are always like, really? And I'm like, yeah, leggings, boots, comfy jumpers, soup, long nights, really bright crisp days, sun's low, the light's so beautiful, and then all the sounds and the colours and the leaves and stuff. And you're right, it's important to let go. I look forward to the future, even if we don't know what that is just yet. But I think we've had just a bit of an Indian summer, to be honest, the past couple of weeks. So I think autumn might bite us in the arse next week for some of us anyway. So yeah, get out there, get walking, get some sunshine, get some vitamin D, do things for you, look after yourself.
Definitely. And I think, yeah, finding time for yourself is really important. And I think that this time of year in general, especially now with like the restrictions in the lockdown and stuff, I guess there is more of an opportunity to find time for yourself and to do things like going out walking. But I think in general, this time of year is a real call home. Like you say, it's comfy jumpers and nights in front of the TV and the weather getting colder. And I think I've definitely found for myself recently like a bit of an epiphany around making space for myself in my life. And I think this time of year definitely reflects that, in just allowing yourself to see yourself as somebody who takes priority in your own life and making time for your own needs and self-care and stuff. So I think it's lovely. I think it's lovely if you can do that, and it sounds like you enjoy having that time and space to just be yourself and to find time to do the things that you want to do, which is it's so important for your well-being. It really is. So
self-care is where the oils come in as well.
yeah, well, I was just going to ask you, because you've been using the oils for a little while now, and I just kind of wanted to ask you, like, what you enjoy about using essential oils. Have you found any benefits from using them? And doTERRA oils specifically, if there's anything that you can share that you found about their oils or the company that you enjoy or that you like, it'd be really lovely to hear your thoughts on
that. So I'll start at the beginning because that's always helpful.
Yeah.
So I think I was round at your house and I had some foot pain at the time. Had real kind of problems with neurological foot pain. It was horrible. Complex regional pain syndrome. And you recommended Deep Blue, and we went through all your oils, and it was really, really lovely evening. And then I signed up and ordered that as my first oil, and I was using that topically, and it was so lovely. It basically did the trick. It's great for kind of muscle pain and joint pain. It smells amazing. It smells like you're in some sort of professional sports massage suite, but it also has this really kind of herbal and calming smell to it. So if you applied it at bedtime at night time, it also helps kind of relax you as well. So that's a really good one. It does come in the smaller bottle, so it's good to kind of like, thin it out with the coconut oil. That's a good one as well, especially if you use it for massage, because I was massaging my foot. That's a real good one.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of lavender in any sense. I've got lavender planted in the garden and stuff. So the lavender doTERRA oil is the best lavender oil I've ever smelled in my life. So if you've not smelled it, order it. If you love lavender, get it ordered. Get it on your pillow. My partner, Kath, loves it as well, and we've actually given the Touch version as presents to mums and family and stuff. So there's some really nice gifts as well if your loved ones need to chill out, because lavender's very soothing, very calm. It's a really traditional smell as well. So lemon. I know you're a fan of lemon in your water as well, Shaneen. So it's good for detoxing. So maybe you can tell us all more about that. When I was actually in the office, which don't tell anyone is not one of my favourite places to be anyway, I'd put it in my water, and it really provided a bit of a zing and a bit of a lift during the day, as well as kind of health benefits as well. Tastes really nice. Don't put too much in there because it'll get to the back of your tongue. I suppose another really strong citrus oil that I love is bergamot, and you introduced me to that one as well, Shaneen. Always love the fact that you give all your network the the teasers, the tasters. It's really lovely. And it just smells amazing. You can use it as a bit of a perfume, but you've got to be careful in direct sunlight with that one. I could go on, but I think it'd be interesting to talk about the health benefits of lemon oil.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm happy to share what I know about the lemon oil, and I just love all of what you've just shared then. Like, you definitely have experienced a lot of the benefits that I have, like the Deep Blue, definitely, like, it's one of my favorites to use if I'm having any kind of pain and discomfort. And I think my favorite way to use it is if I'm having my period. I get a lot of lower back pain and just really lower back stiffness, and that's the kind of perfect remedy for me for that, is just applying it to my lower back, and it just really helps to ease off the pain and the stiffness for me. And the smell, like you say, it's got this kind of, it's almost like a medical smell, but it's kind of comforting as well.
At the same time,
I feel like it's doing its job. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely love the Deep Blue. The lavender was the first doTERRA essential oil experience that I ever had, and it was the lavender that actually sold doTERRA oils to me, because I had such a powerful experience with it. And you're right, it's one of the best lavenders that I've ever smelled. And It is. It's so relaxing, and I love that you give the lavender touch oils to like family as gifts. That's a really nice idea, and it's something I never thought of doing, but I think that's something that I'm definitely going to look at doing as well, because yeah, they are such lovely, relaxing gifts, and
Yeah.
you can make up like little self-care hampers, and that's such a lovely idea. So I'm definitely going to steal that idea and give some of my friends and family some touch oils for Christmas.
They need it right now.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, the lemon. So like the benefits of lemon that I know off the top of my head are definitely that it has a kind of natural cleansing effect for the body. So it's really helpful for clearing out toxins. So it's a great one. It's a great one to use if you've had like a heavy night on the booze. It can just help your body to kind of clear out any toxins. Or if you've just been kind of in environments that have been quite toxic, it's really good to just have in your water just to kind of help that process of cleaning and clearing. Because our body, as it functions, like one of its major functions is to kind of digest food or to kind of process anything that it takes into itself. And if there's anything that's unusable or toxic to the body, it has to find a way of getting rid of it. And so the lemon can really, really help with that. In terms of like mood, I just find it really uplifting. Like I cannot smell lemon oil and be in a bad mood at the same time. It's
Exactly.
like impossible. So
It's
I
like
find that
party in a can.
exactly, yeah. So I find that if I do feel my mood getting quite low and I'm starting to feel a little bit depressed, I find the citrus oils are amazing for just breathing in and to just giving that, yeah, that natural pick me up, that natural perk and that natural uplift. And it's really good for cleaning as well. So if you were ever to get into natural cleaning or green cleaning, non-toxic cleaning, lemon oil is one of the best ones to use if you want to make your own surface cleaners. Or I used it in an oven cleaner recipe that I made the other day. So I mixed some lemon oil with some on guard oil and some bicarbonate of soda, and I made like a paste with it and used that to clean the oven, and it works really well. It's great for like getting rid of grease and stuff. So yeah, lots of helpful uses for lemon, and bergamot is one of my all-time favorite smells as well. That and lavender are just my all-time favorites. It's amazing. And yeah, you're right, you do need to be careful when using it in the sun, or any of the citrus oils. If you're using them on your skin, they need to be blended before you go out in the sun. But sounds like you've just had some lovely experiences, and that's kind of reassuring for me as somebody who introduced you to the oils, to know that you're enjoying them and that you're seeing the benefits of them. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to know kind of how you, I don't know, I guess how you use the oils at home and around the home. Do you have any kind of practical uses for them? I know you said that you like to use the lemon in water, but have you got any other uses that you like to use the oils for?
Sure. I guess it's along like the same ilk as the cleaning products. So I've used we got some really cool kind of like eco themed presents a couple of Christmases back, and there were these really cool kind of brown glass hand wash pumps, coincidentally. So I had one in the bathroom, and that was lavender and lemon with this like pre-made soap oil. And then the one downstairs was grapefruit. And grapefruit is so awesome. It's one of my favourite fruits. I have it in water and vodka, but also you can use the oil in the same way that you can use lemon oil in your water as well. So yeah, hand wash. There was a moment in the past where I was speaking to you a lot about making candles with the oils, and that never really came to fruition, but I did look into a wax kind of heating up kit and stuff, but it just looked too complicated. But yeah, I love candles. So it'll be oils and candles to set the mood in the living room. It's kind of like the safe space, our havens. It's all very calming there. And we've got a diffuser. We've got a couple of diffusers across the house, but yeah, we do basically use the oils in the diffuser probably the 90% of what we use them for. So we've also had, I think, Vivitier. That's a gorgeous smell to diffuse. It's a really kind of grounding smell. It is used for perfume a lot as well. That's really nice. And because of juniper, I've recently bought juniper berry.
Oh, lovely.
Which you're encouraged to use in your cooking, actually. I think the French use it in their cooking quite a lot. I have tasted it. It is really quite powerful. I'd probably put it in the same family as kind of like a thyme and potentially the lavender, but the juniper berry, it does grow on a tree, so it's going to have that deep kind of hum to it. But it's also a botanical that you put in gin, if you didn't know. So yeah, that's what I tell everyone who asks me what juniper's named after. You know the blackberry that grows in gin? So there you go. So I'm really enjoying that, but it's really powerful, so you need to take it easy on the drops of oil. I once over Christmas ordered Siberian fir, and again that's really powerful, but really refreshing and really kind of otherworldly. It does literally smell of trees, like walking through an enchanted forest. And I think there's recommendations on the doTERRA site to use that in cleaning products as well, so like toilet cleaner. And I have been using like a natural vegan cleaner anyway. It's pine oil, so maybe I'll look into that. Maybe I'll look how I can use the Siberian fir. But yeah, I just love it. I love the smells. And yeah, it's just been a really nice experience. You know, all the products are online. You can have a little browse. You can sign up to kind of like regular monthly deliveries, and you can stop them whenever you want. So yeah, it's been really nice. And it's been really nice to have the oils around whilst things haven't been too easy, I guess, because you're like, oh yeah, oils, and then puts a smile on your face.
Yeah, they definitely offer that natural support, and I find them to be just beautiful reminders of nature. If I find myself getting lost in fear or anxiety or worry, and I really appreciate just having them there in those moments, because I can just nip over to my box and just pull out a smell, and I know that within a few minutes or a few moments I'll remember that, you know, I can just be here right now, and that's enough. And they definitely offer that kind of emotional guidance back to just being where I am and being in my environment and knowing what I can control and staying calm and focused on what I can actually do rather than spiraling out into worry or concern. So in that sense, yeah, I definitely find them really helpful to have around the house. And it just sounds like you're finding some really beautiful uses for them. And the Siberian fir, it was you that introduced me to Siberian fir, because you bought it and I'd never tried it, and you gave me a sample of it, and I really liked using it in my shower, so I use it in the shower.
Oh yeah, I did that as well. I forgot. You just like ping it in the water, and it's like bam! It's like a bomb of just, yeah, you're here. It's okay. Life is beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
And then shower. Yeah, good shout, Shaneen.
And you've inspired me to try the juniper berry, because I've never tried that one, but it sounds really nice. So I think I might add that to my next order. And yeah, I love that you're kind of taking advantage of the flexibility of your account and stuff, because I think it's really good that you have the option of the monthly orders, and like you say, you can cancel them at any time. Like, you've got that freedom and flexibility to just use what you want when you want, which is really good. And I love that you mentioned Kath as well, because we've not actually mentioned, but how I got to know Jess is that she is the partner of Kath, who I'm in a band with, and that's how Jess and I got to know each other. So it's lovely that we've been able to form that connection between us as well, and that we have something that you and I can kind of connect with and talk about, as well as being connected through the band as well. And I've always really appreciated that you've kind of got involved with the oils with me, and I'm really kind of grateful to you for that as well, like alongside all of the work that you do with the band as well, which is fantastic as well. You like a social media goddess.
Well, I used to do a lot of work, but I don't do it anymore. It causes too many arguments. Business is business, and family is family, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
Completely with Jamie and I, like when Jamie and I were in a band together, we really struggled to get on at times, and our relationship has never been better since I left the band with him and joined Kath in the band. So I can understand that completely. It can get really difficult when work and relationships come together, but it sounds like the two of you have found a way of being able to work together and it not affect your relationship with each other, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and it was really sweet what you said about the oils. I've really enjoyed talking to you about them, and more importantly, getting to know you, and not just having a relationship through Kath or through the band, because you're definitely someone I call a friend, Shaneen, and it's really great to see your face. And sorry you can't see mine.
I can't see your face.
And I look forward to, like, you know, dancing under the moon, naked if you want. You know, let's go for it.
I'm well up for that. That sounds great, and I absolutely feel the same, because I think you can just meet people and you just know you're going to get on with them, and like I definitely sensed that with you. Like when I met you, I was like, I just click with this girl. Like I know that you just get me on like a different level, and it's cool. So yeah, I absolutely consider you a friend, and I care a lot about you, and I'm so happy that you agreed to do this and wanted to do this with me. So thank you so much. It really means a lot.
You're really welcome, and I'm looking forward to your guys' new single. It's going to kick ass.
Yeah.
I've been hearing Kath play it in the other room with our little working from home separate office setup. So I'm sure if she needs help with any social media, she'll definitely ask me. But I'm looking forward to what you guys have going to come up with before Christmas, hopefully. Christmas number one. Christmas number one.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'd love that. Yeah, it sounds really good. Yeah, I'm really excited about it as well. I think it'll be a good single.
Let's hope that in like 6 months' time we can start to see some live music again, and yeah, that'd be cool. I'm sure everybody, well, I don't really know anyone who doesn't like live music, so if you don't, you're a bit weird, but each to their own. I've got tickets for Idols in May. I'm convinced that it's going to happen, because they were the last band that I saw before lockdown, and they're the first band I'm going to see after lockdown. It's synergy. It's got to happen. It's in the stars.
Oh, well, I really hope you get to see them soon, and yeah, I definitely hope that the lockdown ends soon, just so that we can play gigs and go out and see live bands and have fun with friends and family without having to think about whether you're putting anyone at risk or anything. It'll just be nice to not have to worry about going out and just living your life and going about your business kind of freely. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that as well, and can't wait for the day that I can just step out of my house and not have to worry about putting a mask on. And
I've got a Leeds United one.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'd show you that as well, but the bloody video is not working.
Have you been able to get out to a game recently?
Oh no, you can't go in the stadium, but I've been down to the ground a couple of times. So yeah, done a fake match day as well. So met my dad in our colours, bought something from the shop, and went in the Peacock for a couple of pints. So
that's cool.
yeah.
That's nice, just like still kind of having the experience of it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Leeds United's a big part of my life, and it's, you know, it's about passion. We can all kind of understand passion, and when there's family connected to it, you know, it does mean a lot. So I was brought up with it. So yeah, you know, passion's a passion when you love something, like with the oils, or you love a smell, or someone, or something, or a sound. You know, just search that out and go for it. But you know, wash your hands.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think it's so important that we still find ways of being able to connect as individuals, and especially if you can connect through something that you're passionate about. It's so important for well-being, for your sense of self, for a sense of motivation, of being able to kind of get through and to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like it's definitely so important to continue to have those experiences with one another and to find ways to connect, even if it's not in the same way that you maybe would have wanted to, or in the same way that you might have been able to do before, but just something that gives you that sense of, yeah, there's people in my life that I care about, and there's people in my life that support me and I support them. And it just I think for me what it does is it just reminds me that there's more to life than what's going on. And those connections and experiences just remind me to keep looking forward and to keep finding the good in life and the good in people and in what's happening. So yeah, I definitely think that doing things like that is really important, and it's lovely that you're still finding ways to spend time with your dad and indulge in your passions. And like the art sounds really exciting as well. Like I'd love it for you to kind of keep us updated on how you're doing with that, and feel free to share like any of your artwork that you want to in the group. And
that'd be great. I mean, I'd probably need to get back into social because, you know, that's where everyone's at. But I've done a few failed attempts at websites and stuff because it just gets like too much like work, if I'm honest, Shaneen, you know.
yeah.
And it's the creative process that's the most important. But I've thought about giving prints to family and friends before, so, you know, if anyone's interested, get in touch. And if there is, you know, if you want to make a donation to a charity, that's great. Yeah, it's a shame the camera's not on. I've dug out a few prints that I did at the Wakefield Print Club, and hopefully next year when it reopens, it might be open now actually, but when they start doing classes, I can go, and you should come, have a go. Screen printing, it's my favourite thing is screen printing. It's such a physical experience, and the colours are ace, and you feel like a 4-year-old. So what more could you not like, you know?
Oh, yeah. I've never tried it, but I know I'd really enjoy it. So yeah, I'd definitely be up for doing that with you at some point. And I mean, I'd love it if you can send whatever you were planning to show on the video, if you can just send it to me like over Messenger or over email, and I'll share it into the group. And yeah, there's kind of no pressure to use social media. If you're not using it at the minute, it's fine. But if there is anything that you ever want to share, you're welcome to send it to me, and I can post it in for you if you're not using social media. And oh my God, totally relate to where you're coming from on the like finding the balance between business and being creative. So I definitely experienced that with this job, with the work that I'm doing with Essential Flow. It's like finding the balance between it being a business and it being something that I want to financially sustain myself with, but also not getting caught up in that, and remembering why I'm doing it and what my purpose is for doing it, and finding the bits of it that I enjoy and making sure that I'm doing that more than anything else. And God, yeah, it's definitely a balance. And I think it's kind of like it requires it's like a bit of a push and pull between what you should be doing and what you want to be doing. And it can be difficult to kind of sit in that and find kind of enjoyment and fun in the things that you need to do, like the websites and the marketing and the accounting and all that kind of stuff, and then the stuff that you want to do, which is like for me like connecting with people, sharing stories, sharing experiences. So yeah, definitely relate to that. But it would be absolutely amazing to see you selling your artwork and being able to like kind of generate an income from that and create a business for yourself doing that, because the bits of your work that I've seen are so lovely. Like they're so inspiring and creative and so colourful. Like I definitely think that you would like be able to create a market for the work that you do, and if it's something that you wanted to do.
Oh, that's really nice, Shaneen. Thanks. That was lovely to hear.
No problem. It's just what I think.
I've got me what's it called? Me middle chakra all alight with flames. Ah, my fire! My fire!
of like him. Do you remember Street Fighter Dalsing?
Yes, yes,
Yoga
yes.
Fire. Yoga Flame.
Yeah, 90s gaming. Let's get that back. I think it is back. I saw an advert for Nintendo Mario Kart the other day. But you've got to get a Nintendo Switch or something. And I was like, what's wrong with the N64, man? Just bring the N64 back.
Well, I actually have a Super Nintendo with Super Mario World and the original Mario Kart game. So when
right, that's on. On.
That's it.
As long as I'm Yoshi, or else I'm not playing.
That's fine. I generally play with Mushroom or Princess. So.
Right, okay.
I feel like I've disappointed you there.
Nah, it's all cush over here.
Good. Oh, well, thank you so much for your time and your honest, open sharing and your care. I've really enjoyed talking to you. It's been lovely catching up, and I'd love to do it again sometime. And yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you want to share with the group before we kind of end the interview?
Yeah, I'd just probably say if you ever thought about getting into oils, or you already enjoy oils from anywhere else, check out the Datira website and make an order because it's gorgeous. And there's always like offers on and like the gifts. Or if you've got someone else who you know is into oils, introduce them. Go on Facebook. So what essential flow? Yeah, just.
Yeah.
I mean, find a new hobby as well. It's not just about oils. If anything I've spoken about is of interest, get in touch or check out Google, Facebook, Twitter. I'm saying don't use social media and then quoting loads of social media. But yeah, and just as probably a final point, I guess, on that, you said at the beginning of the conversation about how what you usually see is just the sprinkles.
Yeah.
So, take care of yourselves, guys. You don't have to be posting things online to prove yourself to anyone else. And you know what? We all had like a secret diary and put a lock on it, and no one knew our thoughts. So, everything doesn't have to be online. And if anyone ever is abusing you online, block them and tell them to go burn some lavender oil. Yeah, so take care, everyone. It is crazy times, but, life's good.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Jess. I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate you spending time with me tonight. It's been great.
Yeah, same, Shaneen. Great to speak to you and great to see you.
Yeah, I'd love to see you soon.
Yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll have to have a video call on WhatsApp or something.
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool.
All right, lovely. Well, take care.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Lots of love. Bye.